We do start tonight with the damage left behind from the tropical rainstorm Debbie that swept through our area late last night and into earlier this morning. Our Olivia Bosser and John Drager have spent the day surveying the damage. Let's start with Olivia, who's in Cambria County. And Olivia, you saw some pretty significant flooding there.
Well, Maggie, while the flood is starting to recede, you can see it is still well above my ankles in some areas. Now residents are telling me that even with the increased rainfall, they believe that today's damage could have been avoided. Residents along Moose Avenue in Patton woke up today with their properties underwater as the tropical storm hits Pennsylvania. This community first began experiencing flooding during major storms back in 2018, but tell me that when they reached out for help from local authorities, they've been dismissed.
Over the years, it has closed with all the debris and erosion that had, it gotten smaller. So now we're like this. I went to the council meeting. Every time I go there or say something to one of them down there, they just blow me off like I'm nobody.
Over in northern Cambria, crews were called out to ensure the structural integrity of multiple houses after many basements flooded, some with up to 7 feet of water, something residents believe could have been prevented if the borough had acted sooner.
Every time we get a heavy rain, what happens is the sewer system is supposed to be a closed system. And there's people that are illegally tapped in and their water drainage from their French drains and things run into it, fills it up. And then what happens is then the manholes start to lift up. But what happens is then we call the West Branch Sewer Authority and ask them if they open the gates, because they'll open the gates and release all that extra water.
Homeowners told me that as a result of the flooding, they think they will have to replace washers, dryers, water heaters, and furnaces, but that the real loss are things they cannot put a price on.
You won't know because we were in a frantic because the water was up to my waist, coming in very fast. We were trying to get rid of stuff out, and we did open a safe that we have in there, and we removed some Social Security, our birth certificates, and some guns and stuff. But I do have my wedding photo, my video from when I got married, and things on the top shelf. So I'm hoping that they were saved in there. We didn't.
When I reached out to the West Branch Sewage Authority earlier in the day to try to get some answers as to what happened, they referred me to their attorney, who I have not been able to reach. I'll continue to update you on the situation here in Cambria County as I learn more. Reporting live, Olivia Bosser, WTAJ News.
Olivia, thank you. Let's now bring in our John Drager, who is in Bedford County. And John, you saw a lot of rain, but more so down trees and power lines.
That's right, Maggie. Bedford County had a lot of mess to clean up from the tropical rainstorm that swept through the area earlier this morning. And this video shown right here shows that the extent of that damage. Residents along Horseman Branch Road in Monroe Township lost phone service from this tree knocking out wires. However, they told us their power did stay on. Others, like this home coming up in Allegheny Road in Man's Choice, had flooded driveways from nearby creeks that overflowed. Fire departments across the county are continuing to clean up the damage.
We usually get around to get things together, make sure everything's fueled up, ready to go. We had couple trees down, we cleaned up around, and then we had flooded.
Now you can even see behind me at the riverfront at Fort Bedford Park that the water levels have risen from yesterday. And coming up at 5:30 and 6, I'll have more coverage about what exactly happened at those two locations, along with the impact that it had on its residents. Maggie?
Our region certainly seen a significant amount of damage today. Thank you for your hard work out there. We, of course, are going to continue keeping an eye on the cleanup.